I'm a Pokemon biologist, and in honor of Ken Jennings' birthday, I'm going to build him his ultimate Pokemon team. Starting off, we have to go with Alakazam. According to his Pokedex entry, he has an IQ of 5,000, so perhaps he might be able to compete with Ken Jennings' intellect. Prior to being a Jeopardy champion, Ken was actually a computer programmer. So I figured, what better than the computer program Pokemon, Porygon, to be on his team. Also, a bit of a reference to the fact that he played a match against IBM Watson's computer and got beat quite handily. And since it evolves by getting more complex programming, why don't we give Ken the final version of Porygon, Porygon Z. Ken is also a member of the LDS Church, and so he went on a Mormon mission when he was younger to Madrid, Spain. So I figured we have to include a Pokemon from the Paldea region, the one that's based off the Iberian Peninsula. The question is, which one to choose from? I decided to go with Dachshund, the bred dog Pokemon, because Ken is a big fan of dogs, and I think he kind of looks a little bit like his dog Dakota, and so I think that works. This next one is a bit of a deep cut. So, Ken has been asked multiple times, what sort of category would you like to see in Jeopardy? And he always gives the same answer, 1980s wrestling. And so I got to thinking. So there is a manga called Tiger Mask, which was released in Japan in the 1960s. And that obviously is in the 1980s. However, it became so popular that when the New Japan Pro Wrestling Federation came out in the 80s, they decided to take that very popular manga character and turn him into an actual wrestler. Tiger Mask. Now, Tiger Mask was a bit of a heel, which if you aren't familiar with wrestling, that's like the bad guy, the one who's trying to rile up the crowd and make them not like them. And you know what? There's a Pokemon that matches that. Incineroar, who is obviously inspired by those old school wrestling costumes, but also, what is he known as? The heel Pokemon. So there you go, Ken. There's some 1980s wrestling facts for you. So Ken is a proud son of Washington State. He's also written a bunch of children's trivia books, including ones on dinosaurs. So I thought, why don't I try and find a dinosaur fossil that's known in Washington State? The problem is, and Ken, if you're watching this, you probably already know this, Washington, through most of its geological history, has actually been underwater. So while there are plenty of marine fossils for various different aquatic organisms, there aren't that many dinosaur fossils. But there is one. In 2012, a bunch of scientists on Sucia Island found the left femur of a theropod dinosaur. These are the dinosaurs that are related to like raptors and modern birds, as well as T-Rexes. To this day, this is the only dinosaur to have ever been found in the state of Washington. The scientists decided to name it Susiosaurus rex, i.e. like T-Rex. And it's likely that this is the closest related dinosaur to Susiosaurus, so let's give Ken Tyrantrum. And because I like to be a bit of a troll, I think for the final Pokemon, let's give him Delibird, the delivery Pokemon. Why? Well,
his final response was FedEx. His wager was 5601. He winds up in second place.
But looking at this team, it's actually pretty good. But what Pokemon do you think I missed? And which celebrity should I try and make a team for next?